In this presentation, we are going to talk of an extremely core skill that will be required in future. I have put it as a part of Vision 2045. Mental health, resilience, cognitive adaptability. This core vision would comprise of building an emotionally intelligent, neurodiverse India with diverse neurological capabilities for adapting to rapid systemic changes. Technology adaptation cannot take place uh, till there is a diverse uh, neuro-representative society. Uh, mental and emotional balance, mental agility, emotional balance, and psychological well-being will be the foundation for thriving a volatile, AI-infused, crisis-prone world by 2045. In fact, if you look at the modern leadership in the world, uh, they are mostly driven towards war by instinct and thereby causing disruptions in the society across the board. And the new leadership, which is, of course, new in the sense that most of these senior leaders are very old, but still driving the world to the war rather than to eliminate misery, create hope, and ultimately build the standards of living. Now, what would be the key pillars of such a society? Mental wellness, of course, the first thing. Then capability to cope up with every type of environment. That means resilience, adaptability to different challenges, changes, transformations, disruptions, chaos, complexity, and ultimately emotional safety for all these category of people would be the key to Vision 2045. Now, for that, all that we'll be needing a national mental welfare infrastructure mission. What would this mission comprise of as assets? Now, we need to establish nationwide community resilience centers and integrate mental health into schools and institutions. Recognition of this fact would lead a large number of youth and young people to build up a life of hope, a life full of bliss, a life full of uh, you know futuristic imaginations, a life full of technology development, a life full of uh, great imaginations. Now, what you need to do is to invest in digital therapeutic tools. Some of these would be AI chat boxes, there will be cognitive behavioral therapy applications, and of course, uh, mindfulness variables where you can be mindful of the things around you. Uh, Launching nation uh, uh, de-stigmatization campaigns for neurodiversity and mental health. Cross-ministerial collaboration between health, education, labor, and of course industry and finance to institutionalize the mental well-being. Outcome would be that from active mental care to preventive and distributed mental resilience, and this will change the face of the society as a whole. This will convert the whole society into a performing uh, society. You'll have to have resilience labs and cognitive adaptability curriculum. Some aspects that are important would be that there should be one resilience lab, one almost in every district, which will be essentially responsible for training and coping with ambiguity, uncertainty, and disruption. Next 20 years are going to be disastrous as far as the change is concerned. They are going to be very uncertain. They are going to be at different level of operationality, and most trainers, teachers, systems should be directed in understanding this fact. Embed resilience in disaster management. No, we know this year There have been havoc in almost all parts of the world due to war, due to famines, due to rains. A large part of India, Pakistan, China were under attack from clouds. Large number of villages were eliminated just because of heavy rains. Now, how do you put in resilience in these people? How do you create disaster management? What you need to create is cognitive adaptability curriculum, modules on flexibility, then attitudinal, yeah, attentional control, and decision hygiene. Gamify cognitive training linked to creativity, productivity, and leadership readiness. Now, what you require is to develop a national repository of cognitive tools for all citizens. No category of citizens should be excluded of this privilege. You have to have uh, psychological safety and youth mental fortitude, Why Mind 2045, a psychological safety policy where neuro-emotional protection rights, burnout prevention, and EI-based, emotional intelligence-based leadership. The workforce reforms will basically include mandatory audits of health and mental health and emotional labor protection and benefits parity to all sections of society. Then a Y-Mind program will targeting adolescents and young adults for resilience and ultimately anti-fragility in their minds, in their bodies, in their socio-economic pursuits. Module should include nature therapy, journaling, mindful tech, and peer empathy development. That will not only improve relationship but improve performance as well as improve their workforce effectivity. What university level transformations would require? University level transformations would require establishing institutional resilience units for emotional regulation and adaptability training, introducing and creating courses in emotional intelligence and neuroliteracy, training faculty for trauma informed pedagogy and mindful teaching, developing adapting assessments, stress reducing reflective and flexible learning evaluations. Uh, Important thing is that each area should have annual campus on resilience scoreboard for institutions benchmarking. There should be good, bad, at different levels of benchmarking for of these institutions so that people can take adequate help as and when required. Now, lastly, I'll be talking on the policy and the government governance blueprint by the government. Implement campus well-being policy for neurodiversity, anti-burnout, and emotional safety. In fact, burnout stress syndrome has become rampant in most departments, most education institutions, most courses. Uh, Define low cognitive load learning design standards and failure tolerance systems. Create what we call as SFT level enhancement, stress and performance enhancement levels. Now, what you need to do is mandate resilience officers and student governance. You can have tech integrated ecosystems, AI emotional assistants, biofeedback variables, and mental climate dashboards that will change the entire gamut of existence for people. Integrating national mental health portals will create a holistic ecosystem, and that will be ultimately responsible for collective well-being of the entire society. Now, this is one serious area which needs immediate action for futuristic build-up. Thank you very much.